Hello, today I'm going to be looking at the Biohazard 2 prototype, aka Resident Evil 1.5. This is the plain vanilla build, or PVB, that has been patched slightly by a fan named MartinBiohazard, or Dark Biohazard. His links are in the description down below. The plain vanilla build basically means that it has not been touched by any third parties or modded in any way, but it is the raw version, and yeah, but this version's been patched lightly, with a few added rooms and some sound fixes. This version is approximately a 40% complete build of the game by Capcom. I believe this version was used as either a E3 tech demo or a Tokyo Game Show demo playable by fans, or videos from it viewable by fans, as this storyline in this build is not in sequence and the doors lead to wrong places in this version of the game. I think it was just a build that was supposed to be used to show people what the game is capable of before it was actually released. Also, there's another build of this game released by Team I've Got a Shotgun, or IGUS. Their version was also dubbed the Magic Zombie Door build, or B-Zork, or Mr. B-Zork release. The Team I've Got a Shotgun is a team of fans looking to rebuild the plain vanilla build, or PVB, including all the bug fixes and storyline recreation so that the game is as close to as a retail build as possible. Also with language translations. Their version is not complete, but they unintentionally released a build of it. There is links to their information down below. There's also so this is going to be the Elza gameplay walkthrough, without trying to access the debug menu as much as possible. Yeah, so I'm going to play as Elza because it's the cut character for Claire Redfield. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the main menu says Biohazard 2, but if you go to load game, it'll say Resident Evil 2 in English. Not going to load anything because I don't have anything to load. So let's go back to the main menu. The config menu, yeah, it's all in Japanese here. Of course, you could select the sound, stereo, or mono, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just going to exit that because I'm just not going to mess with it. So I'm going to start a new game. That's the placeholder menu, of course, with the placeholder text. And I'm going to play as Elza Walker. So yeah. Yeah, so you start off in the Raccoon Police Department. It's gonna take for some reason there we go. Yeah, you start off the Raccoon Police Department. I'm gonna actually use a cheat code here. If you go to your main menu and push, my DualShock controller's kind of messed up the sensitivity. So you push select and R1 or L1 to cycle through weapons. It's kind of a debug to get whatever weapon you want. R2 and L2 do it faster, like through the selections. It just jumps through a couple selections. And you push triangle to actually add more quantity of whatever you want into your menu. So I'm just going to get the Colt Python, just because it's the strongest, one of the strongest guns. And also placeholder main inventory system here. You can see Leon S. Kennedy with actually Chris Redfield's face there from Resident Evil 1. Yeah, the menu's English and Japanese. It's kind of a mixture of things. The files don't work, and the map actually does work. And yeah, so it's kind of weird. Sometimes it switches to Japanese and English, so it's really buggy, stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, see, unequipped and actually equipped. It's kind of like in Japanese and not in Japanese. Yeah, to equip the knife, you just have it out and push your R1 or your aim button, and it'll actually just take it out, or if you don't have anything equipped. Yeah, so Colt Pythons, it's like one-shot kills, blows their heads off and stuff like that. The zombies just keep resurrecting over there, so they just keep respawning. I'm going to go to the left side of the police station, because on the right side, it's basically the end of the game, like if you just keep continuing on through there. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the left side first to get all the cutscenes in different rooms. So this is one of the famous rooms in the footage, E3 footage and stuff like that. Tokyo Game Show footage. But yeah, the zombies get up. Yeah, this build's about 40% complete, approximately. It's a plain vanilla build, hasn't been touched, except just a little bit of patched, like just patched tiny bit, like only a few rooms been accessible, added to be accessed, and some sounds in some of the rooms as well. So yeah, you can actually blow the zombies in two, so that's pretty cool. There's a crawling zombie. I don't know if I actually killed him or not, but I guess I did. Yeah, there's a crawling zombie. Yeah, so when you kill a zombie, their body will actually just disappear. It's kind of like, I guess it's just the way this build works, so just in case it doesn't crash or something like that, so their bodies just disappear, so. And also, when you enter doors, this door is for every door. I think it's just a placeholder door because they haven't actually added, in this build, they didn't add the actual other doors that actually connect, like, it doesn't look like that door there. And this door will be the exact same, so every door you open, it'll get this placeholder door in this build, so, yeah. So there's a cool cutscene here that happens. Let's see that Japanese hit, yes. And yeah, so the zombie comes out. In one of the Tokyo Game Show videos or the E3 videos, this happens. Didn't work the first time, so I'll just go back and do it again. But yeah, the zombie is supposed to get stuck underneath this little metal grate here, so it's gonna work this time. This little scripted sequence is pretty cool. Just shows off what's capable. Yeah, this police station's more eerie than the actual Resident Evil 2 final. And I'm just gonna let him attack me and kick his head off. So I'm just gonna open that. You can't get into this elevator, but it's just a bug, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The AI actually crawls underneath that door there. It comes out. Yeah, in this room here, there's some bullets on the table. I'm not going to grab them because in this build, you just climb up onto the right there. You just climb up onto the desk, and then you'll be stuck in the air, and it'll be just a glitch. It's called. It's been dubbed Air Jesus, the glitch, I guess, because you just click through the walls and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go try to grab the item of the things, but there's a cool cutscene back here that is John Kendo and also Roy, or DJ, in the earlier builds of the game. And yeah, so basically Roy's been attacked, he's kind of injured, and John Kendo, or Robert Kendo from Resident Evil 2 is there. That's the placeholder model, of course. It hasn't been finished by Capcom because look at the textures, like he's not textured at all, really. It's kind of just like a smooth model. And Roy's, or DJ's, placeholder model is actually Leon. And in this scene, basically, Roy, or DJ, has been attacked and he wants to die, but John Kendo, or Robert Kendo, won't kill him and stuff like that. And he's actually supposed to be in this room, but this room's not connected right. This leads to the shooting range. But it's supposed to be in a mirror room where you actually, where Roy is actually injured and stuff like that. So there's a middle hidden switch here. It's where the Skibrus, or the dogs, come out. And this room is in another Tokyo Game Show video. So I'm just gonna kill them because, yeah, you can actually use this thing here. So that's pretty cool. Just displaying what the game can do and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Roy actually dies. I'm not too sure. It's not really certain in the storyline what happens, but because he's been attacked and then he gets infected, I think, or something, and I think he just dies. So you're supposed to come back for him or something in the mirror room, the interrogation room in the police station. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and the team I've got a shock, or MartinBiohazard actually, or Dark Biohazard, created a patch so the rooms actually that goes to the mirror room, but I think, yeah, he patched the magic zombie door build, or the team I've got a shotgun build, so, yeah, actually, you know, there's, supposed to be armor, I think, here, where you get the police department armor, because in this build, or in this prototype, Biohazard 2 prototype, you get to wear different types of armor, so I think that's actually where you get the Raccoon Police Department armor here, in this little locker. But yeah, as I was saying, MartinBiohazard, he patched the team I've got a shotgun built so that actually it'll go into the mirror room and actually Roy will be there and there'll be like a cutscene where he's just on the ground and stuff like that. But not in this build, just because it's the original untouched build, hasn't been completed or anything like that. And I mean in screenshots as well, that has been from the Tokyo Game Show, actually do show that room, but it's not finished or anything, so. Yeah, there's a bug here, so you get the zombie on the ground. They're just like tires, they look like, but just like a model glitch kind of thing going on. Yeah, I can't access the elevator, so I'm just going to go through this door and placeholder door. And this is the basement, I do believe. There's supposed to be a staircase that door came from, but there's another cool cut sequence here. You disconnect the cord, and then the door opens, revealing zombies. And just headshots. There is a glitch sometimes that zombies don't actually die, like even though their head blown off, they get back up, and I think you have to shoot them about 4 times till they die. Or until they attack you and then they just die instantly. They'll just fall on the ground after they hit you once. And this is the morgue. There's no footsteps in this room. But there's a cool scripted sequence at the back here. That zombie actually does get up and crawls or falls down from the stretcher, which is pretty cool. And this is the scripted sequence there, the little doors twitching, and then there's the glitch where the zombie got up and he's actually dead. But I think I shoot him just 4 times and he dies. So, or he attacks you and then he'll die. But yeah, that's a cool scripted sequence where the zombie comes out of there. So yeah, I'm just going to go through all the rooms on the left side of the apartment, or the Raccoon Police Department. And then on the right side, I'm just going to go through there because that's the end of the game. But in the prisons down here, it actually does connect to the right side of the Raccoon Police Department. It's just a kind of a weird hidden door that I guess it's just for testing purposes or displaying what the game is going to be like or whatever, for like a demo version. But yeah, you can't actually go through there, but that item on the ground, I'm not going to pick it up because you'll just float on it again, like the Air Jesus thing. You just try to pick it up, but you actually climb on top of it and you fly. I think it's just like an antiviral case or something like that. But and this is the parking garage for the Raccoon Police Department. Of course, this is it's different for Leon because he has different scripted sequences that happen. And down here, he'll find Annette Birkin and also the big monkey zombies monsters that's been infected by the T-virus or whatever. And he has to fight them and save Annette Birkin. Then, of course, in Resident Evil 2, in the final game, you see Ada Wong down there, but Yeah, in the other room back there, I think Sherry Birkin, you're supposed to meet up with her down there, but she's not in this build in that room anyway, so. I'm gonna go to the prisons down here. You can see on the right back there, there's the background, the pre-rendered background's a bit sharper than the rest of it. It's just the collision detection for the characters and stuff like that, so they don't walk through the walls. So this is the prisons. MartinBiohazard patched it, so there's actually footsteps in this room. And yeah, so there's a hidden door on the left, but I'm not going to access it right now. Yeah, he also patched the Team I've Got a Shotgun build to have a little scripted sequence down here, a little cutscene where John's locked in the locker, or inside the prison. But yeah, this door enters to the right side of the Raccoon Police Department, which leads to the end of the game. But I didn't really want to do that. But I'm just going to go through it and show you the cutscenes and stuff like that. So this leads to Chief Iron's his office, but up here is the helipad, the helipad. This is where Leon starts in the game, but I'm not going to go onto the helipad because there's a cutscene there that leads to the right side of the Raccoon Police Department. So I'm just going to go to Chief Iron's office for now. And here's another placeholder door. Yeah, this is his office, and there's supposed to be a puzzle here. And then there's supposed to be a cutscene here, but it just doesn't work in this build. And that's supposed to be Chief Irons on the couch, but it's actually a placeholder model for Leon. There's an item box on the left, you can't really access it because you'll just climb on top of it and get stuck. And there's a save game thing, I think, right there for a memory card if you pick up a memory card, because there's an actual item in the game. And they fix that in the Team I've Got a Shotgun build that they're releasing whenever it's done. It's not coming soon, it's just when it's done it'll be released. So yeah, I'm gonna go on the helipad, I think. Yeah. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the right side of the Raccoon Police Department instead of going through the helipad area. But yeah, see the left is kind of a sharp area, that's for collision detection for the player. Another placeholder door. But yeah, those are basically all the rooms on the left side, I'd say, of the Raccoon Police Department. Unless you want to hit the helipad cutscene, which leads to the right side of the department to the end of the game, but it doesn't have all the other cutscenes or other rooms that are on this side of the department, which is the right side. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little circle around here. So this is the right side of the Raccoon Police Department. Of course, the door came out to no door. And there's a hidden door on top of this box, which actually leads back to where I just came from. So yeah, the doors are messed up here. It was just, I guess, basically, my speculation is just for the tech demo or whatever, the player's just supposed to go through a door and it just comes up to a different room, so it just quickly goes through the game so the player can actually see what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah, you can move this box. course, there's a different area for Leon. There's fire and stuff there, and Annette Birkin's inside that little truck, or a van, whatever you want to call it. That's a double door, but placeholder door is only one door. So. And there's John, or Robert Kendo, John Kendo. So yeah, this actually is supposed to be from the heliport, so I'm just going to go back to the heliport and access that cutscene which leads to this room, which is supposed to be. So, this room jump with the debug menu, the select button, left and right, or you go down, and then the middle selections for the rooms. You push triangle to change the room number, or left and right to change which room you want to go to. There's 100, 200, 300, and 400, and 500, 600, up to 600 the rooms to go to. So this is the heliport. Little cutscene here. And placeholder model for John. Elza, hurry up. So yeah, they push these boxes down, and then that's where this other room's supposed to be. It'll automatically transition to that room. So on top of the Raccoon Police Department roof, where I just was earlier. Of course, John already went through the actions, so he's already jumped down. So in the team, I've got a shotgun build. When you jump down here, you'll go right through the barrels here, but since everything's enabled in their build that they unintentionally released, it's just a glitch that you go through. So yeah, John's just saying, or Elza's saying, that there's a little girl that she saw, which you're supposed to see in the basement, which was Sherry Birkin. But yeah, this leads down to the sewers. Placeholder door. It's supposed to be the actual ladder of her climbing down, but yep. And I do believe if you're Leon, there's zombies down here. And also Elza, there's no zombies here, and you can't access these ladders or stuff. There's only one door down here that you can actually access in this build. But I think depending on what difficulty you select, I guess depends on if there's zombies are here down here or not. But you can't select difficulties in this build since it's not finished or anything. Some of the things also like that, there's no zombies down here and stuff, are kind of just for the tech demo purposes, I do believe, just so the player doesn't die easily and stuff like that. They'll just get through the demo as quick as possible and stuff. Placeholder door. And yeah, this is up to the site, so there's Sherry Birkin and John Kendo, or Robert Kendo if you want to call him that. They're just saying, like, there's all these officers that are dead on the ground and stuff like that. They're just wondering what's going on and what happened to the place. So yeah, these pre-rendered backgrounds, actually, the zombies on the ground here are pixelated. They're actually not NPCs right now, but I think there's supposed to be a bullet casing right here I'm supposed to pick up, but that's in the team. I've got a shotgun build. But later on, when you go through the warehouse area, they get up and they're actually NPCs instead of the part of the pre-rendered background, those zombies on the ground. So yeah, here's one of the main places. So yeah, the pre-rendered background zombies right now, pixelated. But yeah, you can climb up into the back of this truck here. And there's actually an NPC zombie here, so you can kill him. And there's a hidden box of shotgun shells back here that you can pick up. And you can't access that area over there. Alright, so yeah, that's the warehouse on the right here, but I'm not going to enter there because that's the end of the game. There's some more cutscenes over here. I think this is site 300, I'm not too sure. But you can actually go through here. I don't know, should I go? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the placeholder door. This leads to the warehouses, but there's a glitch where you get stuck and basically you can't really do anything, so you have to use the debug menu. So this is room 306. And here's a cutscene. This is from one of the E3 tech demos as well, or Tokyo Game Show videos. There's no voice acting in this because Capcom hasn't gotten that far to actually get the English dialogue in. For this build anyway. Sherry Birkin's wearing white, gold or yellow instead of white for her model. So yeah, I think that's the glitch there. There's a dog gating up. I don't think it's actually supposed to get up. It's just one of the transition bugs where the AI thinks you're entering the room or something like that. And I think since you crawled through the vent there, you're supposed to be Sherry Birkin, because in some of the E3 pictures or tech demo pictures, you're in this area as Sherry Birkin, and I think you unlocked the door for those two, that it was locked. So yeah, I'm just going to turn on the power, but since I'm Elza Walker and I'm in this area, and I'm going to go through this door. This is just one big circle, and those doors are locked that I came through, and I can't get out of this area, so I'm going to have to room jump back to where I was. So yeah, this is the catwalk to the warehouse, and this door is actually supposed to lead to somewhere else, to the other site, site 200 or something. And you're supposed to be Sherry Birkin as well. So yeah, I'd see it just goes in through a circle there, and it's just a glitch, and you can't get out of here. So basically this is part of the end of the game, one of the ends, but I'm just going to room jump here with my debug menu to room 306, which is back outside. And then I'm going to go across the street to the warehouse, where the catwalk's supposed to actually go up. Yeah, so Sherry and John, when they're gone in this area, the dog's actually supposed to come up, but that's the glitch. So yeah, this is the warehouse. This area I don't believe is able to be accessed in the original plain vanilla build, but this is lightly patched so that MartinBiohazard you can add in this room or go into this room. This is a very prototype room, like the pre-rendered backgrounds for this one. I know on the team I've got a shotgun build, it's a lot different because they actually have the finished pre-rendered backgrounds that I think they found from the Resident Evil Trial Edition or the Biohazard 2 Trial Edition disc that were hidden in the files, so they used those files to remake this room to a later build, which is less prototype than this one. So this is the real prototype one. But yeah, see that I just went through the little factory area, distribution center, and I'm going to go back through here, which leads back to the catwalk. Or actually no, it leads up to the top of this place. Yeah, so there's also pictures from this area that you can see it's more built. The pre-rendered backgrounds are more finished. But yeah, this leads back to the catwalk from where that area where you're supposed to be Sherry Birkin was. Yeah, my sound's kind of doubled because my Dixitory, the program I recorded with, kind of lagged the game out a bit. And so some of the sounds are doubled and stuff. So I'm just going to go back to room 306, Site D. And go back. And now since all those cutscenes are done in this 306 Site D, you enter through this door, and the zombies are not part of the pre-rendered background. Now they're actually NPCs through door 3.4 here, so yeah, now they're getting it up. So this area over here, you're not able to access But Sherry Birkin somehow comes out of that area as well. It's connected to the catwalk area, I do believe, somehow. And also, if you're Leon, you meet the cop over there again. Yeah, if you're Leon, basically you meet Marvin Bragna. You meet back up with him from the police department there somehow, as you can see in the one of the E3 pictures. So yeah, I used an ID card to actually unlock the store, and I don't have it in my inventory, but in this build, everything you have, but it's not, even though it's not in your inventory, you'll have it to unlock. So it's just part of the tech demo E3 build kind of thing, where every door is unlockable or unlocked. So yeah. So yeah, this leads to the warehouse that leads down to the Umbrella Labs, which leads down to the end of the game. And yeah, there's a cool cutscene here, the boss battle, famous boss battle in the E3 videos with William Birkin, which is Sherry Birkin's father, and Annette Birkin's husband, which is, yeah, so.
Shelby.
And he says Shelby, I do believe, so not Sherry, it's Shelby. So maybe Shelby was Sherry's name back in the day, the prototype days. There's no music here, but in the Team I've Got a Shotgun build, of course, they added the music back in. It's pretty cool how he transforms and mutates there. But,
Shelby.
so yeah, I'm not too sure if that's actually Sherry Birkin's old name. Shelby Birkin, not sure.
Shelby.
And there's a long pause here. I do believe that William Birkin's supposed to make a noise or something, like escaping or getting out of this place, leaving the area. Back out here is Sherry Birkin or Shelby Birkin and John Kendo or Robert Kendo. And yeah, so they're just talking. They're just saying like there's a monster in the other room, Elza. And yeah. In the Team I've Got a Shotgun build that they released recently, they're all translated to English, but sometimes the text runs off the screen, so it's really hard to read, and also the text doesn't display long enough, so it just disappears quickly, so it's hard to read. But yeah, this is Japanese, so they translated it to English. And of course they're going to fix that in their final build. So yeah, these cutscenes are pretty long. So yeah, just go back down there and then get to the Umbrella Labs, which leads to the end of the game. So yeah, now these John Kendo and Sherry Birkin, they're scripted to follow me now, so they'll just follow me wherever I go in this area. And there's a cutscene here. So yeah, Elza's just like, oh, I don't want to go down there because that's where the monster came from, and they don't know how to work the lift. But then Sherry Birkin knows. So yeah, this leads down to the Umbrella Labs. Also, when they walk into the shaft or whatever, the elevator, there's supposed to be another room, but it's not in this build, of course. It just transitions right to the Umbrella Labs, but they're going to fix that in the Team I've Got a Shotgun build, since they have the pre-rendered backgrounds for that. So yeah, this is the labs, and down here Sherry Birkin's just like, oh, my father works down here, I know where he works, so let me try to go find him. And then she runs off like she always does, and then Elza and John have to go look for her. This area was actually in Resident Evil 2, the final version, the retail game. Just a bit different. There's grates over there you can see on the left. I think monsters are supposed to come through them, I'm not too sure, but they don't really do anything. There's a grate there. But I guess depending, yeah, this door does not open. If you try to access it, you'll actually climb on top of it and do that air Jesus thing, so you're just walking through the walls and stuff. This save room's from Resident Evil 2 as well. It's the guardhouse, or the save room, or safe room, where you save your game. Yeah, there's an item box there, and there's some stuff on the counter. I'm not going to grab the ID card or anything like that, because you'll just climb up on top of the thing and be stuck there. But yeah, I think depending on your difficulty level you select in the game, monsters would come out of those grates. I'm not too sure, but maybe also Sherry Birkin can crawl through them or something. I don't know. You can hear a monster right there, actually. It's that big monkey thing, but it actually doesn't come out. And these leads to the subfloor 3s of the Umbrella Lab. So here's another cutscene that's from the E3 or tech demo videos. Leon was originally in the other videos, but no matter how slow or fast you go, you just clip right through the door anyway. And this now leads to the shells areas of the core access, I do believe so. To the labs. Yeah, so this leads to Hangar C2, I do believe, let's see here. Yeah, Hangar C2, which is closed, but the William Birkin mutated monsters comes down through there as shown in an E3 or tech demo Tokyo Game Show video. And I do believe that cutscene's accessed through the laboratory area, which I'll talk about later on. Yeah, in this room there's like, let's go through Shelter D2. I'll come back to that cutscene later on. And yeah, this is core access. Basically you find John and he's like, oh yeah, I couldn't find the girl. I'm gonna split up though. And yeah, so he's way down there now, so it's a kind of a glitch, scripted thing. But yeah, so since you already have everything, every item in the game, even though it's not in your inventory, you actually do have the core thing to turn on the power to the labs. And since you turn on the power to the labs, the self-destruct sequence is supposed to be activated, so some of the areas actually does have the background noise for that self-destruct system. And this is one of the rooms actually that's in Resident Evil 2. It's a bit different, but I do believe you mix one of the antivirals here to make an antivirus or something. Or you get part of the antivirus, something like that anyway. Even though nothing is accessible in this build, in that room. So it's kind of a useless room. Placeholder door, of course. So yeah, there's only one other place to go, and this leads back to the lab entrance. That door that you couldn't actually open, because you climb right on top of it. So, and yeah, that area's in Resident Evil 2 as well. I think Ada Wong falls down there and dies to her death. Potential spoiler there for you, but if you haven't played Resident Evil 2. And yeah, going back to where I came, to the lab area. Yeah, so this room has a big monitors right there, and I think if you select or access one of those monitors, that's where that cutscene comes in, where William Birkin comes through Hangar C2. That's just my speculation, but Yeah, it's in the E3 videos where he actually comes down through hangar C2 and yells Sherble or whatever. And yeah, this is another safe room, but I do believe this is supposed to be a scripted sequence here where actually Sherry Birkin got infected, or John found her or something like that, or John's infected, I'm not too sure. And you have to actually get the mixture to the antivirus, which is in part of the labs, and then mix them together and get the antivirus and then heal them up and then go to the exit train. But I'm not too sure if that's what's happening, but yeah, in the laboratories where you get the antiviral parts and whatnot. Yeah, so see the self-destruct system's been activated, and there's a monster that pops in here. But yeah, since the core access has been turned on, I do believe that's what's happening. And yeah, I guess you're supposed to find the core access fuse cell down here somewhere, but it's not in this build of the game, so you just automatically have it, and then you turn on the self-destruct system automatically. So yeah, and this is one of the Umbrella labs here. There's some Magnum bullets there on this table, but I'm not going to get them, because I think I'll just glitch out and do the Air Jesus thing. Yeah, these zombies, actually, the models, I do believe are from Resident Evil 1, from the mansion. I do believe so, which is pretty interesting. And the antivirus level in this room, that's basically all it's saying is displaying. Yeah, so I think you're supposed to get like part of the mixture here, because there's an antivirus machine right here that mixes like part of the viruses together. So I'm gonna let him attack me, kick his head off. And yeah, I think you're supposed to actually go back to that room and then heal whoever got infected or whatever who was injured, and then escape. So now I'm going to go through the right side, which I didn't go through. And this leads to the, I do believe, the labs that are on fire. We'll see in a sec though. Yeah, so these are the fire labs. There's zombies from the Raccoon Police Department down here. And in the game there is actually a fire extinguisher. I'm not going to equip it, but I'm going to put it in my menu. So I just put select R1 or L1, cycle through the weapons. I can also use R2 and L2. And then, yeah, there's a fire extinguisher right there, item number 20. I'm not going to equip it because it might bug the game and crash it. But I think you're supposed to actually put the fires out and stuff like that. And the fires aren't actually hurting the player right now, because I think in this tech demo version, that type of stuff is disabled so that the player doesn't die as easily, so they can actually play through the game. That's just my speculation. But yeah, that zombie attacked me, and my skin actually, for my player, changed, and it's actually bleeding a bit. See, on my uniform there's blood on the back. This room's pretty interesting. I think this is where you get the cell core, I'm not too sure. But you can turn the power on in this room, so I'll turn it on. There's just some stretchers and stuff around. Yeah, so there's some items over here, boss items. I'm getting some boss items here, but no, yeah, they're just like placeholder images for like first aid spray and an antiviral thing, I do believe. But yeah, there's like a couple items here which you can pick up, but I can't because I'm out of bullets here, or out of inventory space. But yeah, so I'm just going to use my first aid sprays. Clear up some space. But yeah, that yellow thing is what I picked up just a second ago, and also some first aid sprays from over here. But yeah, that machine on the left, I think that's for the fuse core. I'm not too sure, but that's probably where you do get it, and then you'll go back and then put the fuse core in, and blah blah blah. And there's also some lockers over here. They're locked. Yeah, the lockers are locked, but you do need an ID card to unlock them. Unfortunately, you don't actually have them, even though you're supposed to start with everything in this build. But yeah, there's an antivirus thing I have there. But I think that's actually these lockers here. See, there's ID cards you can find in the menu there, those blue thingies. But yeah, I tried unlocking them, using them, but it doesn't work. I think it's just completely locked in this build. You can't even open them or something. But I think that's where you're supposed to find the umbrella armor, much like the Raccoon Police Department armor. It protects you from different things, attacks from monsters and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think that's just my speculation, where you're supposed to find the umbrella type armor. So yeah, there's a weird glitch there with the zombies on the ground. They're just like the tire model again, showing up. But yeah, there's a little hitbox here for the fire. You can actually walk through it. You can't. It's just like an invisible wall there. I think that's because it's not actually supposed to hurt you and stuff like that in this build anyway, but yeah. So this leads to one of the main rooms that's on the fire. It's kind of like it's supposed to be the monitors, yeah, so, like that. But yeah, these doors you can actually enter. These ones here, they're not accessible. But the last one is Hangar C2. I don't know if this is the exact same hangar as the other one, because they're both named Hangar C2, but this one's the fire one, which leads to the end of the game. So yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be fire here, but it's just not there in this build. In the team I've got a shotgun build, however, they did add it back in and stuff like that. This door you can open, but that's where I think we came in from, the beginning of the game, the labs. Yeah, Hangar C2 is basically the end of the game, the escape route. It leads to a train. This door actually transitions right into the train. I think it's supposed to transition to a room that's outside of the train, but this build, it just transitions right directly into the train, as you can see in E3 video pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, you exit with Sherry Birkin, John Kendo, and also I think that's Chief Irons. I'm not too sure. Or no, Roy? I don't know. It's really the placeholder model is Leon, but I don't know which one it is, so you're supposed to leave with. But yeah, this is you go to the main place of the train, and this is the last cutscene in this build of the game. But there is supposed to be a boss battle in the end, in the back of the train, but you can't actually enter that room in this build. But E3 videos, or pictures, sorry, they show that there's a boss battle back there. And yeah, Sherry Birkin doesn't know how to really operate the train, but I think she's supposed to like access it and then basically you leave. But if you're Leon, actually, instead of Sherry Birkin, it's going to be Annette Birkin, who's in that room there. So yeah, that's basically the end game of this build. So I'm gonna, yeah, so this is the debug menu. 600's the last rooms, 300's, 400's, and there's 200's and 100's. So yeah, 400's is like the laboratories and stuff, and 200's back like outside the police station or the tunnels, and 100's the police station itself. So yeah, that door actually opened. I just had to hit the use key. And there's supposed to be a monkey monster here, but it didn't appear for some reason. I think it's just glitched out. But yeah, usually I'm supposed to attack him here, but he's not there. But yeah, this is basically all I can show for now. There's more info there. There's the Air Jesus thing that messed up. Yeah, so that's basically it for the Biohazard 2 prototype plain vanilla build, which was lightly patched by MartinBiohazard or Dark Biohazard. Yeah, there's more other rooms accessible in the debug menu, but not all of them really work that well. They're kind of glitched out. But in the Team I've Got a Shotgun build, you can access more rooms, or the Magic Zombie Door build. That's basically what the name means, Magic Zombie Door. So you can access different doors and stuff, different rooms. But yeah, there's more info in the description like before, and yeah, that's it.